My dear dark ones, welcome to my channel. Today is the collective tarot reading, and it will be a message from our ancestors. So take whatever resonates, leave behind what doesn't, and let's start. I already shuffled the cards, and this deck is quite large, so I will be going card by card. So let's see. The first one is Queen of Cups. In this deck, it's a very interesting card, and because we're talking about your ancestors, the message that I see here is that you've been doing too much work, you've been concentrating on too many things, and you've been all over the place, and yet you do not see the goal, the purpose of your life, which is in front of you. Your eyes are blind to your higher destination, higher goal, to the things that are actually important. You've been concentrating too much on the people who are around you, especially your family, and you've been giving too much to them, and yet you forgot to concentrate on yourself, on your own needs. You have a special gift from your ancestors, a magical supernatural ability. You have a talent. You have something very special that belongs to your family legacy that you can bring to life in this reincarnation, and this is your purpose, to continue your family's legacy, your bloodline's legacy. And it's not necessarily something that your parents are doing. It could be something important from centuries ago, and you do have this ability to become someone very special. Queen of Cups here represents people of higher status. So if you follow your destiny, if you follow your legacy, if you actually reconnect with your bloodline power, you will become someone very special. And that's the first thing that your bloodline wants you to concentrate on. Your ancestors are giving you signs. They being very clear with you about what is it that you need to do, but yet you always find a way to ignore your calling and to turn your blind eye to the signs that you receive. So concentrate on what's important and try to connect to your bloodline's legacy. The next card is the energy of the Hermit. You are neglecting something that is really important to you because you are concentrating on being good for others. You have this, you have this idea that you need to be a good person, a kind person, and you need to give everything that you have to others. You need to help everyone you see or meet on your path, and it could be people, it could be animals. It's like you might not have enough money for yourself, but you're going to feed a stray cat, and you will lend money to people even though you don't have enough for yourself. So that's why sometimes you feel that no one is there to help you, because you rarely ask for help. And your ancestor really want you to learn how to ask for help, how to express yourself, how to stand your ground, how to put yourself first. This is something that a lot of people in your family struggle with. You come from really, really strong bloodline of very gifted and talented people, and a lot of your family members are very strong and very independent. So growing up, you kind of receive this energy, this idea that you can do everything yourself. You are against the whole world. No one will ever help you. And this is something amazing, because you also became independent, you also became strong. But you became lonely because you are a person who doesn't really believe in receiving help from others. You might be very closed when you are struggling and where you're going through difficult times. You don't know how to reach out and how to share your emotions with others. Usually when you're down, when you're experiencing something difficult in your life, you are hiding. You go into a cave, into this hermit mode. You are become very silent. The harder your days are, the bigger the smile on your face. And this is something you should work on, because sometimes you receive advice that it's not really good, but as a child you don't understand how to, children, they trust adults so much because they think that adults are wise and the grown-ups, and you become an adult, but yet you have this childish idea about how the world is, because this is something that was passed down to you from your relatives, and it's not something that's your reality. It was their reality, but it's not necessarily supposed to be yours. So learning how to accept help from others and how to even accept help from the universe, it's very important for you. Your ancestors want you to know that you need to tap into this feminine energy. And Queen of Cups tells us about this ability of gently receiving help from others and believing that money and resources, they shouldn't be coming from hard work. They should come from the sky. People just should give it to you because you deserve of that. Being a queen, you are, and I'm talking about divine feminine, right? We all have this divine feminine in us. We all worthy of receiving gifts and presence and help, just because we exist and because we have this beautiful soul and beautiful heart. So you should believe that you worthy and deserving of good things that should come easily for you without you having to work really hard for these things. Maybe your ancestors, they had to survive before, but you are living in a different age and you can actually receive a lot of things easier. Three of Wands. You have too many things going on your mind. This is another message that I received from your ancestors. You are trying to make choices that are not even important at this moment. You have some kind of ideas and goals on your mind, but there is something that you leave behind that is always with you, and it's something that you can do for free and you never give up, but you never concentrate on this thing. And it's probably your hobby, your talent, your secret gift. Maybe it's something to do with a cult, something that you really wanted to do for yourself, something that makes you happy, but you never do this because you think that this is not part of your destiny, it's not your path, So your ancestors want you to know that the thing that you want to do for free or that you always do for others, and it's a pleasure for you to do or create, this is something that's supposed to become your work. And you will be really good at that because you see you have your weapons and you have the key. The key usually unlocks all the doors and the gates in front of you, so it means you already have it. You have this thing that can make you rich, famous, happy. It's just you ignore it. You've been giving a lot of energy to others, and especially when we talk about work, the Ace of Wands always represents possibilities that comes with working on someone. And it's reversed. It means if something is not working out for you at your work, you actually should start thinking about other things that you can do in order to make money. Maybe you have a side hustle. This might become your main source of money. Your ancestors actually don't like that you struggle. They do believe that money should come very easy for you, and they all connected with your passion. If there is your heart involved and your mind, and you're happy of making something, or it doesn't matter what you do. You can be a hairdresser, an artist, you can be on social media, maybe you even sell something very like normal, maybe food or clothes. It doesn't really matter, but if your heart is there, if this is something that you like, you might become very exceptional at this. You are the magic. Whatever you touch becomes magic, as long as there's something that you really like. And this card represents hand. So whatever it is that is 3D in this lifetime, and it's your hobby, maybe it's metalwork, wood crafting, I don't know, anything, you know better. Your ancestors are telling you that your talent, your hobby can become something amazing if you actually dedicate your time to it. Also, this circle, which represents the sign and the wheel of fortune in this card, also tells me that it's all around you, so you don't have to look for it. You just have to embrace it. Let's see another card. It's Four of Cups reversed. It tells me that you've been asking the universe, your ancestors, and your spirit for something very specific, and you didn't receive it. The message here is, if you've been waiting for something that you really wanted for longer than 4 months, you should just forget about this, because this is not something that you're supposed to have in this lifetime, and it's not part of your journey in this reincarnation. So the longer you wait for it, the more time you're gonna waste. Maybe just no expectations. Look for the signs and see what your ancestors will give you in exchange. They will give you something better, because you don't even know what you need to do, and sometimes you desire things that are not even good for you. Ace of Cups reverse. The ancestors are showing me that you've been passionate about something very specific. It could be anything. This card can be connected with relationships, with people, with work, with occult, magic, anything really. There was this idea that you've been very passionate about, and again, it's not really coming together as you wanted. The message here is that you need to postpone it. You need to leave it behind. Don't completely forget about this, but just don't concentrate on this idea. Whatever it is, it could be even going somewhere, maybe immigration, papers. I don't even know anything. If it's not happening now, it is because it's supposed to happen in another time. This is something that will be given to you, but not now. So if you've been manifesting something really hard for the past few months or even years, stop thinking about this, and you will receive it when you least expect it. Interesting card. This is, for me, a very interesting version of the High Priest, Seven of Swords. You've been going through some kind of trials and tests, tower moments in your life. These moments, they were given to you by your ancestors because they wanted to see how well you will be handling those tests. And all of these trials were shaping you, shaping your understanding of the world, your ideas of you as a person, your reflection of the universe. Everything was given to you in order for you to become whatever it is you are. Probably the worst things that happened to you, they made you the bigger person because you understood so many things. The message here, the ancestors are telling me that by giving you these trials, hardships, they kind of removed you from the system, from the matrix, and you became an outsider, black sheep in your family. And because of that, you were given a second chance to live your life the way you were meant to live it, to become someone unique, someone different. All the things that made you cry, they made you different, they made you awaken, they made you realize that a lot of lies around you and a lot of things that doesn't matter. And you lost so many people that were not good for you, and because of all these trials that were sent to you by your bloodline, you became free. Freedom always comes with a price, and you already paid that price. So soon you will receive good things, you will receive the presence and miracles from your ancestors. This card specifically talks about losing people who actually hurt you, people who were given an access to your heart, and people who broke your heart, people who gave your heart away. So it's not going to happen anymore, because from now on your ancestors will be really, really careful about who will be entering your life. If a person is not good for you, they're gonna show you their face, their true colors, like right away, in the matter of few hours or few days. Your ancestors are really selective about the people who are worthy of being in your circle. So be careful. When you meet someone, give them at least 3 days to show them what they really are. And if a new person in your life doing something bad, something that you don't like, right away remove them from your life. You don't need them anymore. The good ones will come to you. Your heart is important to your ancestors. They want to protect it, so they will give you only the good things, only the good people, and you will receive the signs. You have the special connection with your ancestors, even though you might not even know their names. Maybe they passed away thousands of years ago, but the signs are really clear. Maybe you call them your guardian angels, but since your childhood, they've been watching over you in the most unique way. And if you know what the signs your ancestors give you, let me know in the comment section. I will be really happy to read about your special connection with your ancestors and your bloodline. And always be on lookout for the signs, because the signs are always there. The Sun, what a beautiful card. This is the Major Arcana card. It always represents power, magic, strength, traveling, and luck on the road. The sunflowers, they always represent connection with the divine sources, especially with the ancient divine. If you think about the power of the sun, it was always symbolic in ancient Egypt, ancient Mesopotamia, Roman, Greek, Patreon. They were always connecting with the sun energy. So having the sun card when we talk about your ancestors tells me that your divine feminine is not as powerful as your divine masculine. Your magic, your talent, all of your strength comes from your divine masculine. And even if you are a lady, it means that you are a very strong person. You're probably stronger than some men that are around you. And if you are a male, your power is seen by people right away. Sometimes people even scared of you because you have this strength that's almost on the edge with feeling of danger. That's why people they stare at you, or they always ask you where you're from. You probably don't belong to your bloodline in the way that you don't look like your bloodline. For example, if you're born in Mexico, for example, you don't look like Mexican. If you're born in Sweden, you look like you're from somewhere else. And people always confuse you. They never can place where you're from. They never can place your accent if you have one. You probably even dress in a very interesting way that you always stand out, because people that come from the sun bloodline, these people are really, really interesting. The sun bloodline usually talks about people like Pablo Picasso, kings that shaped the history, sultans, pharaohs, all the major rulers of our planet. They were always connecting with the sun energy. Alexander the Great. So you having the sun card when we talk about your ancestors, it's a very important sign that you're capable of changing this world if you put your mind to it. I will actually pull a last card as a last message from your ancestors. And what an amazing card to have. Ace of Swords, good beginnings, and fire coming from the sword. The message here is very clear. It literally means that you got it. You got everything that the life is giving you. You can overcome any obstacles. You can become the better version of yourself if you want to. You are born into such an amazing bloodline. You have so much power in you. You're so different, so unique, so magical in so many ways. You're the most unique person in your social circles. You always stand out, even if you don't want to. And you have such a beautiful energy, such a beautiful aura around you. You're so talented, you're so creative. Whatever you touch becomes magic. Your ancestors are really proud of you. You're doing a good job in this lifetime. You're being such a wonderful person. People look up to you. You are an inspiration to so many without even realizing it. And even though you think that sometimes you live a very boring, simple life, other people don't think like that. You do attract a lot of jealousy because people want to be like you or they want to be with you, but you're very selective, so you don't really like small talk. You don't really like to have a lot of strangers become your friends. If you have friends, you're actually very dedicated and you're very serious, because when you are a friend or a lover, you give yourself fully to the person that you choose to be in your life. So for you, this path that you're walking, sometimes it feels like a lonely one, but know that your ancestors are always with you. They always support you and they guide you and they give you everything you need. But you have to become very specific about your needs and very vocal about what you want your ancestors to give you. I want you to create, or maybe write a letter to your ancestors, the ones that you never met, your ancient ones, and ask them exactly what you want to receive in the next few years. It could be crazy things, it could be something small, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is important to your heart, write this letter, put it in an envelope, and put this envelope on your altar. Or if you don't have one, put it under your bed and don't tell anyone. And probably this letter will reconnect you with your ancestors and it becomes your most powerful manifestation of the things that you desire, and you will receive help from your bloodline because they really trying to help you, but sometimes they don't understand what you want because you sometimes so confused and you change your mind so many times that they don't really want what is it that you need or what they should give you in order for you to be happy. So I will stop here. I think you have an amazing bloodline, and I do recommend you to use this connection on daily basis and have an ancestor altar if you have an ability to build an altar, of course. And you're amazing. They really are proud of you and they're really helping you, even though sometimes you don't realize that. Good luck with everything on your magical journey. And I do believe that all of your wishes and dreams will come true.